One of my balls sold. I only have 3 more left. Buy them, please. So we got Buzzer Beer Part 2. So we have... Hold on. I'll just see how long these are up for. 3 days, 3 days. I'm gonna open more fan favorites. I'm sorry. But you can get Diamond Clay, Pink Diamond Brandon Roy, Galaxy Opal Patrick Ewing. That would be useful to run my power forward. And Opal Jamal Crawford, I guess. Let's just go into Buzzer Beater and see these, how these are going. Like 230. Let's see how good he is. He has a decent 3-point shot, but he is not that good overall, especially at post fading. He does have good handles and passing, not that good defense, but like, you know, 99 steals better than 92. And then he is quite athletic. He has better hustle and stuff than Jordan, but like overall 40 hoofs. Okay, that's what brings him up a lot. Let's see how Patrick Ewing is. 275 on the auction house. Right now we're comparing him to Bol. By the way, there is a height difference of 2 inches and a good weight difference of 32 pounds. One is 7 years pro, one is 0 years pro, one is 29, one is 19. They're both laid back. They both went in different colleges, though. So, he has a really good mid-range, decent 3. He's really good at shooting. He has standing and driving dunk. He has good ball handle, pass IQ. He has mad block for at least a lot of people. Good stealing, though. Good rebounds. He is fast. So, if I were to pull this card, I would use him as my power forward. Okay, he has a lot of similar ones. Ben Labor, of course, which is a white dude, so we expect that. Oh, his standing and driving dunk are the only things, and his blocking and interior defense and rebounding are the only things worse than Surge's. And also shot IQ, because you need to know how to shot block. Holy crap, though. I've seen like 3 to 4 of those where it has unlimited everything. Then Kyrie. Alright, so he has a 75 driving dunk. Holy crap. He just isn't as good in defense as Fred VanVleet. Somehow has a worse block than Freddie. And then other than that, though, doesn't have as good mental. 41 badges is really something that we died for. Alright, Kareem, compared to Bol, is again good at shooting. Sucks at 3-pointers, though. Good at dunking, good at decent at ball handling, you know. Pretty good at a lot of things. So if I face one of these, you know, and 34 badges, only 2 more, but Bol is probably a much better shooter. Then we have Chris Webber, who's going to be quite equal to Bol. Has some things that are worse, some things that are better. But it's like, he has things that are a tiny bit better than Bol, and Bol has like things that are a lot better than him. I'm going to sell this premium flash pack for, let's just see how much he's going for. 8K. I'll sell him for like 7.5K. I'll sell him for 7K on the spot. See how quickly he goes. So if you want him, he's up on the market. $7.5K. Go pick him up right now. I'll be back in a minute. I need to piss. They're cute. looked to my right, or I looked to my left / down, and said the words, "You're cute," alright? I saw my dog, and I know I do not have a girlfriend, and I wasn't telling my mom she was cute. It was my dog! Because he's cute.
Anyone that's watching this and takes the time to actually finish this video, thank you. This is my suicide letter. To anyone that's feeling the same way, who has thought of this as a way to solve their problems. No. It is running away from your problems. It is giving a reason for the people that you love to go and find a casket that's going to fit you to bury you in. It is having someone find you in that state. That is never going to leave their memory. It is having your best friend having to post a yearly death anniversary picture for you on Instagram. Don't do it because you think it will never get better. Because if you kill yourself, you would never know. Don't do it because someone told you to. Because someone went out of their way to say that you are not enough. Because if you kill yourself, then they win. Suicide is a permanent solution for a temporary problem. You can do it. You can get through this. Don't let killing yourself ever be an option. Please. Your life is worth living. To anyone that's watching this,
I'm gonna have to ask you not to do that again. You alright? You good? I'm gonna have to ask.
This guy simultaneously made the Trailblazers mad, or made the Trailblazers happy, and the Thunder mad at the same time.
It's called Spiral.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this. That's Hogwarts, right? Now wait. Wait a minute. Guys, must have been filmed here in Studio City. Guys, look at this. That's Hogwarts.
Hey kid, get in my van and I'll give you some candy.
No, my mom says I shouldn't.
Hey kid, get in my van and I'll give you some candy.
No, my mom says I shouldn't. Hey kid, get in my van and I'll give you some candy. Okay.
This is just me, but there's food scrunchies, so this is working out, this is sweatpants like you only, and then you have your chill.
The last one is so stupid. The punishment is amazing. Instead of sending people to
jail, sometimes judges come out with different kinds of sentences, and some are hilarious. Here are the top 4 funniest things judges have made people do. At number 4, some stupid 23-year-old took her parents to court because they stopped paying her allowance. Obviously, the judge did not agree with her and instead ordered that she had to move out in 30 days. At number 3, this man was in court because he said some nasty stuff about his ex on Facebook. So the judge made him publicly post positive stuff about his ex for the next 30 days. But after 26 days, he gave up. At number 2, the Thai government said that any cop that was caught being crooked had to wear this pink Hello Kitty band on their arm for a couple weeks. And at number 1, this woman was annoyed that a school bus was letting kids off and wasn't letting her pass. So she drove her car onto the sidewalk to get around. The judge suspended her license, and then she made that woman stand at that intersection during rush hour for the next 2 days holding this sign.
They don't fight you where I'm from. Like the beat, I keep a drum. You ain't got go, little boy, you a bum. She got me brain that bitch so dumb. We broke, I had no fun. I spend it just for fun. Did that hair up, say fun.
Is this the Taker? Is this dancing in the light up, dancing in the light up, dancing in the light up, dancing in the light up. Don't know when I met you, but I met you. Don't know how I look. Dancing in the light up, dancing in the light up.
They pay. When I die, put my money in the grave. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. Really just left every nigga in a race. I really might tap realest nigga on my face. Lil CC, let it slap with the bait. They pay.
Reds are red. My pullout game is trash. Like the brave French Montana said, you can pour 10 Tahoes on that ass. I got 3 Tahoes. Reds are red. My pullout game is trash. Like the brave French Montana said, you can pour 10 Tahoes on that ass. I got 3 Tahoes.
Alright, Marie, I got all these packs of Pokemon cards. I need you to pick one of them, and then I'm going to pick one. We're going to see who gets the higher value. Going with Sword and Shield, I'm actually going to go with Burning Shadow. See if I can pull that Charizard GX. Okay, Marie, go ahead and open up your booster pack. See what you got. Now, we're only going to check the value of the rare, not even the reverse hollow. So just the rare spot is what we're checking the value of to see who gets a higher value. Sorry about you. So I picked Burning Shadows, a chance at that hyper rare Charizard GX. See what I got. I think I have a pretty good chance since you just pulled that Whimsicott. Alright, I got myself a Azumarill. Okay, Marie, your rare was a Whimsicott, and that goes for 16 cents. And then my rare Azumarill is going for 17 cents. Alright, Marie, you all are about to begin your Pokemon journey, but first you need to pick out a starter Pokemon. Go ahead and pick one, Pokeball number 1, Pokeball number 2, or Pokeball number 3. But here's the thing, you don't know which Pokemon you're getting. Now, if you pick Pokeball number 1, you are getting Squirtle. If you pick Pokeball number 2, Bulbasaur is joining you on your journey. And that means if you pick Pokeball number 3, you are getting a Charmander. You're now officially a Pokemon trainer. Let me know in the comment section down below, which starter Pokemon did you get? You all are about to begin your Pokemon. Okay, so I have to show you is 31 cents. Reverse Hollow Casino is 34 cents. Hollow Rare Galarian Berserker is 39 cents. And then Ultra Rare Wobbuffet B is going for $1.97. Oh well, we didn't win, but we pulled an Ultra Rare, so I'm not. Got all these.
Excuse me, my name is Fairy, not human, and
Alright, today we're going to talk about Goat, Goat app, airgoat.com, and then StockX. Those are two main.
Yeah, I started that video. I'm definitely gonna watch that later because it's a video that I want to know for informational purposes. And I bet a lot of you guys kind of understand the reason why I'd watch that video, because I say it's for informational purposes, and it is. All right, and the reasoning why is that you know, I like the Goat app, and I also like StockX. I just like the idea of those apps. I mean, if I go to Foot Locker, I really don't know where they got their shoes. They could have easily gotten them from a second-hand source, and then I could be getting them from a third-hand source, which, I mean, I don't believe that is true, but, like, there's the odd chance that they got them from a undisclosed source and not directly from the company. So there is a chance that you can be buying a fake shoe from Foot Locker. You never really know unless you legit check it, which I have legit checked one of my shoes only, and it was legit, but you never know about any of your other shoes, because I just checked the Jordan 1s that I got, and the reasoning why is because I know that that's a commonly faked shoe, a shoe that you'll see a lot of fakes of online. But no, the one that I am legit checking right now, or the one that, like, the next shoe that I want to get is the KD12 All-Star, or depending on how much I can get it for, the Jordan 1 NYC to Chicago. One of those two is going to be my next pickup, and they're both just around $230 to $240. So, of course, you know, I want to have them legit checked. So, the way that I'm going to be doing that is by finding out which site is more reliable. The StockX, buying them off of StockX, because I know that these Jordan 1 Retros are going to be more or less a shoe that I can see a lot of fakes being made of. So that's the shoe that I'm more worried about. But the KDs I'm not too worried about. I mean, they're hard to fake since they're such a, you know, since they're such a lesser used and lesser known shoe in this case. So I know that the Jordan 1s are more likely to be fake, and that's why I'm going to test which site is better. I'm also going to probably buy whatever one I can get for cheaper off of said site. Like, I'll probably end up buying whatever site is cheaper if they both are equal. It's hard to realize, like, when the first champion rings were made.
Owen, I need you down here for a moment.
Alright. I'll be back in a minute. In this case, in a minute, since that's all I'm going to do. My dog is my favorite living being. Anybody here collect Pokemans? Because I got 50. Because I'll whoop your ass in Pokemon, bitch. Once you get to 17 points, realistically from there on, it's like, the only reason why you would hit a 3 is if they have 20 or if they have 19, because then they can hit another shot and it won't matter. That's the only reason why you'd hit a 3 in this point, or at the score that matter. The only issue is that, you know, Bulbul can post up very few people. Like, he can hardly post up anybody. Or at least anybody at his position he can't post. Like, he can post up players, but he can't post up other power forwards and centers. Well, he can post up a lot of power forwards, he just can't post up centers. And that's the issue with him, is that he can't post up against centers. And when you can't post up against centers, you're kind of in danger.
Sites that, you know, people buy and sell sneakers on nowadays, and a lot of people are requesting a video on StockX. I've done a couple videos on them, but not like buying stuff from them, so I went ahead and ordered 2 shoes from both GOAT and StockX. They're both the same exact shoe. So that means that, you know, people buy and sell sneakers on nowadays, and a lot of people are requesting a video on StockX. I've done a couple videos on them, but not like buying stuff from them, so I went ahead and ordered 2 shoes from both.
Give me something good. Give me 10. Fucking hell, yeah. Any of my options finished? No. This one for 7,500, 1,200, 1,150, and 1,200. By the way. I use the Raptors on them all, so like.
They're both the same exact shoe, same exact size. It's a sneaker that I wanted to go ahead and double up on, but pretty much now I'm tripling up on the shit. It's all sealed up. I have not opened it yet, so you know, there's no funny business going on. A lot of people thought on my last video on the GOAT app, actually dissing the company. I was in no way doing that. GOAT is
Well, we get
really great to me. I've had some issues in the past with them, and they've resolved it. That shit's all sealed up. I have not opened it yet, so you know, there's no funny business going on. A lot of people thought on my last video on the GOAT app, actually dissing the company. I was in no way doing that. GOAT has been actually really great to me. I've had some issues in the past with them, and they've resolved it for me. So that's what I'm saying about GOAT. StockX, same thing. I've been selling, buying on the site. Early on with the company, I did have some issues with them. They resolved it for me as well. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to crack these open. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the apps and give you guys a summary and give you guys my thoughts and opinions and experiences with the app, so you guys can learn more about them if you don't know already. Alright guys, first I'm going to talk about selling. They're different on both platforms. I want to go ahead and do a quick summary and get my thoughts on it. On the GOAT app, you can sell new and used sneakers. You can even sell sneakers with no box. You can sell like Nike IDs and something like that. Alright guys, first I'm going to talk about selling. They're different on both platforms. I want to go ahead and do a quick summary and get my thoughts on it. On the GOAT app, you can sell new and used sneakers. You can even sell sneakers with no box. You can sell Nike IDs. That's definitely different from StockX. StockX, I have this open on my laptop here, one of my selling accounts here, and basically you could sell only new sneakers. New sneakers can only be sold on StockX, but it's really easy to do. That's what I like about StockX. Like, say if you want to sell a pair of Yeezy, just type in Yeezy, and then my selling accounts here, and basically you could sell only new sneakers. New sneakers can only be sold on StockX, but it's really easy to do. That's what I like about StockX. Like, say if you want to sell a pair of Yeezy, just type in Yeezy, and then you find the Yeezy that you're wanting to sell, and all you do is click on the correct Yeezy. For instance, let's say black and white Yeezy, into the Oreos right here. If you want to sell it, you can go ahead and press this button right here, sell. So here's an example, guys. I have a size 6 for sale, and I want to go ahead and sell it to the highest bidder. The highest bidder, I wish.
I want to see a donkey do that. No,
Buyer, click to sell, and all you do is click on the correct Yeezy. For instance, let's say the black and white Yeezy, into the Oreos right here. If you want to sell it, you can go ahead and press this button right here, sell. So here's an example, guys. I have a size 6 for sale, and I want to go ahead and sell it to the highest bidder. The highest bidder, which the buyer is wanting to buy a size 6 Oreo for $640. If I wanted to go ahead and sell it, I would make $569.60, and that's with the promotion. Like, that's one thing I like about it. And I want to go ahead and sell it to the highest bidder. The highest bidder, pretty much the buyer, is wanting to buy a size 6 Oreo for $640. If I wanted to go ahead and sell it, I would make $569.60, and that's with the promotion. Like, that's one thing I like about StockX. They do once in a while do promotions, and right now they're doing a free shipping by Yeezy. So if you're a buyer or a seller on the site, you get free shipping. That's great. So that's $69.60, and that's with the promotion. That's one thing I like about StockX. They do once in a while do promotions, and right now they're doing a free shipping by Yeezy. So if you're a buyer or a seller on the site, you get free shipping. That's great. So that's pretty easy to use. The only thing is you don't get to sell used sneakers, and you don't get to sell shoes without a box, and then like Nike, you can't do that as well. Okay. On the other hand, the Go app, to me, it is a very user-friendly app. So I'm going to show you guys the StockX app. It's pretty much the thing with the StockX app. It's not as user-friendly. It's easy to use, but I'm so used to using the app. It's more, I don't know, I think it's more fun to use the app. Yeah, let me show you guys. But if you want to sell, it gets a little more complicated. If you want to sell on your StockX app, it's not as user-friendly. It's easy to use, but I'm so used to using the app. It's more, I don't know, I think it's more fun. Sell gets a little more complicated. If you want to sell on here, you pretty much click on, and then go to the bottom here, click on, you said sell your sneakers, and then you search for what kind of sneaker you have for sale. Type in Yeezy, let's say I have a pair of green whites, and then I have this put whether it's new or used, box condition with a lot of different Yeezy. Sell top of the projection. Here's where it gets a little bit. Here's where it gets a little bit. To me, it's kind of like take pictures of the shoe, which StockX you do that because it tells you, it gives you a template. So there's a template for the shoe. You basically want to match up wherever it says on the record screen to what you have there. So attention to what they're not. Lay them like that, and then see the other side of the shoe. Take a picture, and then go on to the next, go on to the other side, so on and so forth. So that gets kind of annoying, but you gotta build, once you build points or selling points up, you don't have to do that. And you have to sell, I say 30 or 40 sneakers, could be wrong, I haven't sold that many sneakers. Take a picture, and then go on to the next, go on to the other side, so on and so forth. So that gets kind of annoying, but you gotta build, once you build points or selling points up, you don't have to do that. And then you have to sell, I want to say 30 or 40 sneakers. I could be wrong. I haven't sold that many sneakers on GoDaddy. That's why I started taking pictures, which, you know, in a way it's kind of understandable because they want to make sure the sellers are legit. And what happens is GoDaddy actually checks the pictures first before they make the listing. So that is, to me, some kind of annoyance of a legit. I want to say 30 to 40 sneakers. I could be wrong. I haven't sold that many sneakers on GoDaddy. That's why I started taking pictures, which, you know, legit. What happens is GoDaddy actually checks the pictures first before they make the listing. So that is, to me, some kind of annoyance. So on StockX, however, if you like to sell, all you do is press the sell button, you type in your price that you can sell it for, and then you just predetermine that. Let's say, for instance, size 5 or you like, alright, so you place the ask, and that's it. Just determine that your sneakers are new, box, and you will ship the shoe material to business days. Very similar to this now button, and will list the shoes online for sale. That's one thing I like about StockX. It's very easy to list. However, you cannot sell new sneakers in StockX. That's where Go has the advantage. You can sell new sneakers on Go. Alright, going back to the functionality of the app, I do have something that I want to tell you guys that bothers me on the Go app. I mean, it is very user-friendly, like I said. Here's one thing that annoys me. Let's say you want to buy some Yeezy Zebras, okay, and then this happens like every just look at it. The summary for the damaged box, it actually that bothers me on the Go app. I mean, it is very user-friendly, like I said. Here's one thing that annoys me. Let's say you want to buy some Yeezy Zebras, okay, and then this happens like on every listing that I look at. The summary for the damaged box, it actually indicates that this is a damaged box Yeezy, and the seller wants 16%. Why is it that a damaged box is always more I think during the selling process, when you go to these, it's a very simple thing. You need to put, while the seller is you need to put that warning indication or something that says, you're listing the price too high, you have a damaged box shoe. That's one thing that almost every shoe that I looked at, that happened. I think sellers are unaware of that. This is Yeezy Red, size 4, damaged box of the box. So why would you buy that shoe? Why would you buy that one when there's a new one that is perfect? So they need to fix. I think it's a very easy thing. Every shoe that I looked at, that happened. I think sellers are unaware of that. This is Yeezy Red, size 4, damaged box of the box. So why would you buy that shoe? Why would you buy that one when there's a new one that is perfect? So they need to fix that. I think it's a very easy fix that they eventually do. Alright, back to the StockX app. To me, it's not as user-friendly. Yes, you can scroll through and look at shoes, but the platform to me, it almost seems like you're on a desktop, which that's kind of why I don't trust StockX that much. If I use StockX, I usually do it on the desktop, which to me, it's a lot easier to use on the desktop. So type in Yeezy, see all the Yeezys, control. much it as far as the apps, like functionality, selling, things like that. As far as seller fees, it really all depends. StockX right now currently, I believe I'm at about 8%. Yeah, I'm about 8%. On Go, I believe it's a flat 8%. That's pretty much it as far as the apps, like functionality, selling, things like that. As far as seller fees, it really all depends. Even StockX right now currently, I believe I'm at about 8%. Yeah, I'm about 8%. On Go, I believe it's a flat 9%. Not sure. Another thing is when you receive money through each of these companies, there is a difference. Like at StockX, when you sell, when they send you money, you get paid back. As soon as the shoes you send in are authenticated, you get money to your PayPal account. Go, on the other hand, when you sell on Go, they transfer it to your Go account in which you can either use that to buy some shoes, or you can transfer to your bank or PayPal, which they charge you a transaction fee on top of that. So in a way, it's good or bad depending on how you look at it. For me, I guess you can say it's bad because what happens is I accumulate money on the Go app and I use that to buy more sneakers. So you can look at that as a good or bad thing, but that's what I'm noticing. Keep on top of that. So in a way, it's good or bad depending on how you look at it. For me, I guess you could say it's bad because what happens is I accumulate money on the Go app and I use that to buy more sneakers. So you can look at that as a good or bad thing, but that's what I'm noticing. All in all, they're both great apps. They always like have good customer service for me. That's why I can actually recommend them to you guys. Okay, so StockX, Go app, great apps. Now it's time to get to these boxes as far as seeing if they did their job. And because that's the main thing. They're pretty much the middleman for sneakerheads. Like you buy from them, you trust them, and they'll send you legit sneakers. So let's go ahead and get into the unboxing now. Alright guys, to my left we have the Go app shoe, and to my right the StockX shoe. Both pairs of shoes came at the same time, so I really can't complain about either one of them. However, when you do order from these sites, you want to expect to wait at least 1 to 2 weeks. It does take a while, so I really can't. Alright guys, to my left we have the Go app shoe, and to my right the StockX shoe. Both pairs of shoes came at the same time, so I really can't complain about either one of them. However, when you do order from these sites, you want to expect to wait at least 1 to 2 weeks. It does take a while sometimes. Obviously, the seller has to ship to them, and once they authenticate it, they ship it to the buyer. So that's what happens sometimes as far as delays. Go app, they send these to me via 2-day priority mail, and then StockX send these shoes through UPS the same day. The only thing I don't like about some, it take a while sometimes. Obviously, the seller has to ship to them, and once they authenticate it, they ship it to the buyer. So that's what happens sometimes as far as delays. Go app, they send these to me via 2-day priority mail, and then StockX send these shoes through UPS the same day. The only thing I don't like about StockX shipping, they use what's called a direct shipment or direct address, so that you cannot actually hold the shoes and deliver them. That's the only thing that kind of annoys me just a little. Go app, they send these to me via 2-day priority mail, and StockX send these shoes through UPS the same day. The only thing I don't like about StockX shipping, they use what's called a direct shipment or direct address, so that you cannot actually hold the shoes and deliver them. That's the only thing that kind of annoys me just a little bit. paper, and they have the Goat app sticker right on there. Stock egg. Alright, as you can see from the Goat app, you can always expect them to wrap the shoe in tissue paper, and they have the Goat app sticker right on there. Stock eggs box, you see there's no kind of wrapping or anything, which to me it's not a big deal. If you care about presentation, Goat app. Goat app does provide an authenticity card.
You see, that's what I'm saying about the Goat app is like presentation, and they provide an authenticity card.
It's not a big deal. If you care about presentation, Goat app. Goat app does provide an authenticity card. Stock eggs provides a receipt and an authenticity card. And here is the shoe that I ended up with. The Royal ones. The prices weren't. Stock eggs provides a receipt and a authenticity card. And here is the shoe that I ended up with. Royal ones. The prices weren't too bad. Like Stock eggs actually include stickers. Royal ones and Stock eggs. Previous times I did not receive stickers. We get stickers. And this is one thing that I do remember from last time. They do have a hang tag on the sneaker to guarantee authenticity.
That's one thing with Stock
That's a
X.
nice touch to it.
So you get that hang tag. Anytime keep getting one. Dang it, game. Can't just give me two.
As soon as I can hold out. Alright guys, just a quick look at the shoes. So far so good. As you can see there, Royal ones. I did a quick comparison with my retail pair that I have here. So far everything seems to check out. We'll go ahead and get closer into the shoes. Alright, here's Stock X's pair. As you can see, it's nice.
Alright, yes, right now in my next pickup, again, I already have it planned. I know I'm probably going to look at the KD12s. I mean, those are like the nice shoes I want. Specifically, it's either those or the Jordan 1, like, New York to Chicago. Both of them are like around $230 to $240. So pretty much I'm going to go through Goat and StockX. I'm going to go through both the apps and then check which ones I can get the cheapest from. So which ones I can get a pair for the cheapest, what app, and then whatever app I can get the cheapest pair off of is the site that I'll be using, /app, whatever. They both have websites too, and I'll buy the shoes off of that site online, and that'll pretty much be how I decide will be the price. And of course I'm thinking I would probably end up picking StockX. If they're going for the exact same price, I think StockX is cheaper shipping, and in general they also include the hang tag, which if you don't know, it's a tag that kind of, they put it on inside one of the little hoops on a shoe. they put it inside one of the loops where there would usually be a shoelace, and I'm thinking of Jordan 1s just because those, personally, I already own a pair and they will look a lot better. I already know how they look on feet, and the color for the NYC to Chicago is beautiful. I will check the price on both the apps. Same with the KD12 All-Stars, because they're pretty much both the shoes were released during All-Star weekend. Of course, they are both kind of All-Star style shoes. The KDs are All-Star KDs, and the Jordan 1s reference Chicago, and they were also in the colorway of Chicago, like they're in the colorway of the All-Star game. Ultimately, I already have a pair of Jordan 1s though, but I don't know how the KDs feel on feet, so that's why I'm really skeptical. That's why I'm considering the Jordan 1s. Again, it's more of a considering thing. I don't think I'm going to go with the Jordan 1s, but I think I'm going to go with the KDs just because then I have another silhouette. I'd rather another silhouette than another whole colorway. Because realistically, when I get another colorway, yeah, I mean, I know there's people like 50 Jordan 1s, but like, you know, my dream job is a sneaker reseller and buyer. Like, I'd pretty much, like, right after a drop, I would go to a store during a drop, like, you know, go in during the day, wait there until midnight, whatever, wait in line, probably try and get there first, be the front of the line, and I'd start off as a basic person with no website, no nothing, just, you know, I'd probably sell a lot off of StockX and the GOAT app too, but then what I'd do is I'd progressively go further and hire friends / start doing these with friends, and then what we do is we would take, like, they would give me the shoes, I would give them, like, the money for them, or they would kind of wait in line, especially if stores are saying, like, one per person, they would wait in line with me, we would all get a pair, or say there was 2 per person, we'd each get 2 pairs, so then there's 1 for each of us, and then 1 for resell. But I'd either A, give them, like, money, or they would buy it off of themselves, but then we would sell them, and then we'd split the money 3 ways, because we're all getting them for retail, and we're all getting money back. But then I'd probably start a company, maybe open a building, but pretty much I just, like, order stuff. Like, I'd probably end up setting up bots to order shoes online, like 3 pairs, so let's say 3 pairs to my house or my company, and probably start a reselling company, and eventually be a competitor with StockX and the GOAT app. That is my dream. Will it happen? Probably not. But is it still another dream that I can do? Yes. And I'd probably start off by going big on social media with, like, you know, just kind of try and get big on social media by simply showing off the fact that I ordered them, and then I'm gonna, like, on Instagram say, hey, this is, like, the price, anybody want to buy, you know, kind of be an Instagram reseller, and then, you know, eventually get onto these apps like StockX, or no, then I'd start my own site and say, alright, so guys, I started a new site if you want to go there, and then, you know, eventually over time, hopefully it grows to be a big company. By the time I'm like 30, you know, hopefully I can make, like, a lot of money off of it. That's a dream for a lot of resellers and sneakerheads. Actually, it's not the dream for a lot of them, because they know they can make money off of it, but also, I, like a lot of people, would, like a lot of these sites, I would allow people to sell. However, usually there's, like, a selling fee of a specific selling fee. Usually it's about 8% on StockX and the GOAT, But for me, I'd probably do like, I think the GOAT app is a flat rate of 9%, and StockX it kind of develops over time, but I'd probably just go with a flat rate of 9 or 5%, or like maybe 7%. So if they are selling for $100, I'd get $7. But if they're selling for $1,000, I'd get $70. Well, just think about that. Over time, it'd add up. So if they're going for $500, I would not even get 50. I'd get like 45. That's the thing. Then I'd also have to get a pair for myself day of release. So that's why I'd have probably one person who stands in line at the stores, kind of standing at the gates, and waits for the stores to start like showing out the shoes, like just start opening, and then they would go in, grab me a pair at like a midnight release. I'd post them on the app the second that I get my hands on them. Like I'd probably, alright, here's what I'd do. Since I'd be a sneaker reseller myself, I would find out, because I'd find out how much people are estimating the resale value as. So this is what I'd start off with. So this is my future career. This is my dream future career. I'm not saying it's gonna happen whatsoever, but it'd be kind of a hypey store, just like those places. But pretty much whenever there's a new release, whether it's water bottle, Supreme water bottle, whatever it might be, if it's Supreme, Nike, whatever, I would put it on my site, find out the estimated resale is, buy it the second it was released, or as soon as I could when it was released. Then I would put the first listing up on my app. I'd be the first listing, or like a few listings, but you know, I would always have out of stock until people post things. Now I'd always have to be making sure people are legit by simply starting off. I would have the first thing with the site would be, to get them on, you'd need at least 2 pictures of the shoes, or you need 2 to 3, maybe even 4 pictures of the shoes as a starting legit check. Then from there, I would say send a picture of the box. If there is no box, then go for it. Like, it doesn't matter if there's no box. If it's a tampered box, send the condition of the box unless there is none. Once I've legit seen them, like they look like they're legit, then I would, of course, because I'd buy a pair off the source that I've seen and is legit, so then I can like, you know, so I can tell. And then I'd probably, once people send them in, just like the GOAT app and StockX, I'd legit check them. I'd have another pair. I'd have my personal pair, and I would probably have, the reason I'd probably buy 2 for myself is that I have one that I can wear, you know, just kind of one that I enjoy wearing, and then one that I keep dead stock, which, if you don't know, it's just brand new. So when people try selling it and then they send them into my company, I'd be like, alright, are these legit? Alright, that's perfect, these are legit. You know, I would check every inch. I would make sure that, you know, and I know that there's different sizes and whatever, but they're going to have the same designs on them, and they're going to have the same attributes. The only difference is, again, the size. And I'd probably have like one small size, like I'd have one size like 10 plus, and then one size like 5 and below, just so that I know how legit they are. And then if there's somebody who's trying, and then I'd also have it, so if somebody has a shoe that I don't even know about, they can pretty much request it to be on my site. Like, they can send me in, and then I'll probably just like, I'll buy them straight off of that person, probably. That's probably what's gonna happen. But I would, like StockX, make, like, I'd take inspiration from, and say like whatever my site is, and then approved on the back, and then, you know, but I would have it on the side, and when I say on the side, I mean it would come in the box. It would not come pre-attached to the shoe. It would come in the box, and then if you wanted to put it on another shoe that you got, then go for it. And then the last thing that I would do is I would probably throw in like 2 to 3 stickers. You know, I'd make stickers, and the stickers would kind of say like, I'd throw in 1 or 2 that say my logo, and then 1 or 2 that say like, thank you for your purchase with my logo on it, you know, with the company logo. And then the presentation, because those are 2 things that StockX is big for, is sending in a hang tag specifically. Now, they aren't known for putting a couple stickers in, but they kind of do sometimes. But the thing that I would throw in that's even better is I would like double wrap them. So I'd start off by putting them in bubble wrap. Alright, I'd start off by putting them in like tissue paper with a logo sticker on it, just so it's like, it's a little bit more protected. But then, just to make sure that the box, especially, because people want the box to be intact, or at least the way that they saw it on my website. So, I would wrap it in bubble wrap. I'd probably layer the box in bubble wrap, just because that's going to keep it safe. Now, that's something I didn't see that either of the sites were doing, that I was watching the video. Like, I was watching the video, and the one thing that neither of the sites were doing, that was probably the worst thing that they were doing, that they were forgetting about, was they were putting the shoes in, and that would be just the box in general with like nothing else. I would put a layer of bubble wrap, just then, you know, the shoes, you know, especially if people, a lot of people like me have the box, like, or at least like to keep the box, you know, then you could keep the box and it wouldn't be like a ruined box or whatever. And also, this one guy's complained about the Goat app and StockX, or more specifically StockX, or no, the Goat app, is that the price, when somebody sells it without a box, it'd be more expensive. I would probably have it so whatever shoe you're selling, it says an estimated price on the app or the site. Give me 10. Oh yeah, I got 10. Let's get it. I'm thinking of getting one of these just to try. None of those cards are good though. I'm going on the road for Peja Stojakovic. Let's just do that as a challenge. I got an email. Do I have Kenny Atkinson? No. Ooh, that's a new coach. That's really good because I am almost done with the coaches, which I think are honestly irrelevant. I got Brent Berry. He's going to go in the auction house for -50 coins. I'm going to sell him for 500 probably. I've gotten 2 LeBrons, Soldier 12s, and 16s. Then I got a Kobe 80, then a Dame 4, and that was all for shoes. So this is weird though. There's no completion reward. I'm pissed that I don't have enough for him. I think there's only 4 diamond coaches, and that's kind of fun how the team that I like's coach is a diamond, and he's only a second-year coach. It does make sense, though, because he did coach his team to a finals win in his rookie season. I got Kobe Simmons. Actually, no, I need Hornets players, and I mean, that'll start me off, but I'm telling you right now, it isn't a very good start, considering the fact that it's a piece of garbage. Let's see what historic logo I picked up. Alright, no Lakers. I mean, I'll sell it for a couple. Let's see how much... Holy crap, those are going for 300 for gold logos? Like, you know, gold logos I'll sell. Because those already are giving me bang. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go and drop a fat fuck this shit. Oh my god, bro. Oh. But Tony Parker can't dunk. I swear. Maybe I should injure Bill Walton. See how he reacts. He'll probably die again. Like, man went from, like, one of the greatest Blazers of all time to injury prone. Because he kept getting injured. Like, he never really had too many healthy seasons. He went from a Blazers MVP to the Celtics 6th man of the year. Like, that's a fucked up Hall of Fame career, not gonna lie. Like, it's a weird ass Hall of Fame career to go from an MVP to a 6th man of the year. Like, winning 6th man of the year and then winning MVP later on, like James Harden did, that's sick. But, like, you know, winning MVP and then winning Most Improved would be sick too. Because that's what, you know, Derrick Rose could have done had he not just, you know, not been that good for a couple of years. I swear, if he averages like 25 next year, he's gonna win MVP. Or not MVP, Most Improved. Like, taking into account his career too, like, he's had one of the more fucked up careers. Not really a fucked up career at all, actually. It's a career that, you know, he won the youngest ever MVP award. He looked like he had one of the brightest futures, and that he could be like a multiple time superstar, multiple time MVP, you know, 5 MVPs. I'm kidding. Like, he looked like he was easily a Hall of Famer, but then, you know, he kind of got injured and got traded and stuff. It's like people who needed trades to reach their worst potential. Derrick Rose. Like, bruh. I'm kind of questioning what Luke Walton's reaction was when he realized that his dad's first card was a piece of God and his first ever card was a piece of shit. Like, you know, the thing is, before the 80s, like, you know, back then, in the 80s and stuff, in the 70s, in the 60s and the 50s, pretty much before there was, you know, the skill that we have today. Before there was that skill that we have today and stuff, like, you know, or at least the 2K and stuff, before there was the games and stuff, before there was all that shit, video games, whatever, before there was all of that, it's like, there was no 2K ratings or anything. You couldn't see how good people thought somebody was gonna be until, like, later, and, you know, until you actually went through the season, or how people were predicting it was gonna be. that easily. Like, you know, there wasn't any games that went along with this. It was realistically like, hey, let's act as if we're the basketball players. Based off of friends' skill, that's who they are, you know. But then when 2K started coming out, it's like, oh, okay. You know, now we can kind of see what a lot of people and what some people think is going to be that player before the season starts. Looking at my drip, looking at your drip. Woo! Get fucking dunked on, fucking kid. Oh! Bro, Derrick Rose is just like, he sees his Bulls cards coming out, and he sees like his pink diamond opal coming out and getting his own prime series, and like, you know, oh wow, he's like, I love it, you know, I'm gonna cop those cards, you know, they're me, it shows who I used to be. But then in his head, he's probably like crying. He's like, why did I have to get traded that one time? Not the fucking Pistons. They suck, man. Like, you know, you're dead last in the or in the Eastern Conference. Nearly out of the playoff picture. Practically are out because they trade away their best player, or one of their best players, for a piece of garbage. Like, for practically nothing. They essentially gave away Andre Drummond in hopes that they would get something back for him when he said he would stay in Detroit. He said he wanted to stay in Detroit. Give me 10. No, okay. Okay, fuck you. Goodness, kind of fucked up. See how messy. Oh. Look at my crip, looking at your crippled down. Oh shit. Looking at my security, looking at your security footage. We are gonna get in a fucking door. And we are going to rape each other in the boot cheeks after one another. Alright, we have Dennis Schroeder. And that was probably the easiest start to a game I've had in a while. See, that's how you start off a game. You need to like force them to drive in so you can contest the shot and be like, him, bitch. I might honestly start doing some of the Western Conference teams for career or for Spotlight Sim, because like I'm trying to finish the Eastern Conference off, but I don't have enough players to do like half of the Eastern Conference team, or to do like the last 6 of them. So I'm gonna look at how many Western Conference players I have, because I know that I'm gonna have quite a few, since, you know, Bulls West, you know, Giannis is East, but he's on a team that I don't have many players for. Serge Ibaka, I already have his team done, because I've already completed the Thunder. Brandon Ingram, just looking at their team. Dennis Schroeder, I've already done the challenges for his team. I've already done the Thunder, I've done the Heat, so Tyler Hero, I've done his team. Brandon Ingram, I have enough Pelicans players, I could probably do them right now. Because I think I still have my Series 1 Lonzo, but like, I don't know. Because I'm addicted to packs. But I'm just thinking, if I complete the Western Conference soon, then I'll have, like, I'll take all that coin, or MT, and put it towards Eastern Conference players, just to get my last 6 done. Because in theory, if I do, like, 3 a day, I can have everything done by this week, and then have James Harden by this week. If I did it right now, I could have 3 done by today. And probably even get the Magic done. But like, I'm gonna have kind of days where I kind of just set it up for this game mode, because then I can get some packs, then get some contracts, because like, the thing is that they waste a lot of contracts simply in Career Sim. Like, you waste a lot of contracts. Especially since I have 1 opal that just I need to buy contracts for. But I mean, like, I would love Alex Caruso, because then that'd be an opal. That'd also be a starting point guard for me, and then, you know, once I get Harden, I just have a starting 5 of opals. Because Harden, pretty much, if I were to get Alex Caruso, or if I were to get Taco Fall, I'm just thinking how this would pan out. I would have, if I got Alex Caruso, I'll be able to have a starting 5 of opals if I got Serge Ibaka to an opal. I would have Serge Ibaka, I'd have Bobo, I'd have Alex Caruso running point guard, James Harden would run shooting guard, and Jordan would run small forward. If I were to get Taco, though, I would have Taco running center. I'd have Bobo running power forward, Siakam running small forward, or Ingram, whatever one I get first, because I can get them both quite easily. Jordan running shooting guard, and Harden running point guard. I want Jordan to stay in his natural position, but James Harden's been doing pretty good at point guard, so you know. And also, he'll be able to pass. Or, you know. What the hell? This horse is just vibing. Let's see how many players I have for every team. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just need 3 more for the Clippers. Grizzlies, I need 1 more. And that is assuming that none of these are the same, which I don't think they are. And I do have a starting caliber power forward. The Jazz, how many players do I have? Only 3. I have Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal, and Mie Oni. For the Kings, I have 4. I have Jason Williams, who perfectly fits the point guard. Otis Birdsong, who's a shooting guard, center, and a small forward in the Mondo Elite, who is not good. Lakers I'm confident with, yeah. Yeah, Mom? Yes? Yes? Okay, don't answer me, that's fine. Point guard, small forward, how tall is he? 6'6". That makes a lot of sense. He'll probably run my small forward then.
Oh, and do you want a chili taco?
Alexa, make an announcement.
What's the announcement?
No, I'm okay.
Announcing.
No, I'm okay. And then I have 3. Let's just skip over those 2 for now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I can use one of these 2 for 10. I'll probably use LeBron since he's an 88. I have 10 for these guys, I believe. No, I don't. I have 9 because I have 2 Dwight Powells. Let's just quick sell this Dwight Powell. So now I have 9, which is pretty easy. I have 8 for these guys because I know that a lot of these guys could be. That's gonna be an easy team. Pelicans, probably like 10 and like 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 actually, because I have 2 Zion. So let's sell this one for quick sell. Okay, the Rockets, I have 6. The Spurs, I don't think I have many. I have 5. I have Danny Green, Boban, Lonnie Walker, Derek White, and Julian Ellis. The Suns, I have 9. I don't have any duplicates, which is good. I already complete the Thunder. T-Wolves, I have 8. Which again, I don't think I have any duplicates. Blazers, I have 7 again. I don't think I have any. I just want to see what Hassan's block is. Like, it should be good. 84. That is not that good for the fact that he is currently the best shot blocker in the league. Then for this, I have 7. Again, no duplicates. All these are still up. And I haven't sold yet.
Babies don't
That's not a what if. Nobody's ever said, what if LeBron gets traded to the Lakers and Kobe goes to the Cavs? Nobody has ever said that as a what if. KD stays in the Thunder, that was a big what if. Steph gets drafted by the Knicks. Yep. Derrick Rose never got injured. Never retired in his prime, that's a big what if. Len Bias never died, that's another what if. Well, hold on. Jay simply I need to I hate angers. Alright, let's really change that to gold diggers. Yes. Stick. You can't say shit.
working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual.
James Harden just double step back on nobody. I mean, realistically, the double step back in that case was just a way to get to the ball to the 3-point line, to get him to the 3-point line, so he could shoot a 3 instead of going for 2. So it makes sense. That is not Yao Ming. Like that, nowhere close to same there. That does not look anything like Yao Ming. And she's like, for NBA teams who have won multiple championships, this is how it goes, right? The first ring that you win, there'll be like maybe, depending on how it is, there'll be like a player crying or two because, you know, it's an emotional moment for them, their first ever ring. After 2 championships, maybe there's gonna be, especially if you're going for back-to-back or 3-peat, it's like, you know, you're not gonna be too happy, you're not gonna be as excited, you're gonna be like, hey, back-to-back, we defend our title successfully. That's the only happy part about it. Your third one, it's gonna be more like, you know what, there's still gonna be like a player crying. Actually, probably not. He probably just joined that team to win a championship. But like, it also depends on how sentimental it is for that player. Like LeBron James cried after the Cleveland championships. However, like during the Cleveland championship when he won that, he was crying because it was so sentimental to him, even though it was his 3rd ring. I am going to see my dad on Wednesday because his birthday is on Wednesday. So yeah, it's that's insane. Yeah, that's insane how he just hit that well cold. Like he was frozen solid there. I'm sorry, Harden should not have clamps like this. Like, he's fucking weird. Like, to have clamps like that, you know, and be named James Harden, that's kind of weird because James Harden is known for being one of the worst defenders in the league. That's one finished. Yeah, 1985 was the best draft class, of fucking course, Patrick Ewing and Karl Malone, but wasn't 1984 the best draft class? Because that had Michael Jordan in it. Chris Mullin, Joe Dumars, Charles Oakley. So it still has fair share of Hall of Famers. However, 1984 had the arguably the greatest NBA player in history. And it also had Hakeem Olajuwon and Charles Barkley and I believe John Stockton, actually. I don't know what year he was drafted. Hey Siri, when was John Stockton drafted?
I'm on it. The Utah Jazz drafted John Stockton with the 16th pick of the first round in the 1984 NBA draft.
Yeah. So, 1984 had John Stockton, Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Charles Barkley. Included in that was also some other greats. I mean, for the 2003 draft, there was a lot of people, too. There was like... Well, I mean, for the 2003 draft, it also had like 4 Hall of Famers. However, only one of those people won an MVP. Almost all the players that I named there was 4 MVPs, one that was a 5-time MVP, and one that is the greatest playmaker and stealer in NBA history. If you guys are wondering how I know that, well, I mean, look at it. He has 15,000. He has the most career assists and steals. Like, he is the best passer and stealer in NBA history. You can't really, like, here's the thing. If you say this person is the best at this in NBA history, realistically, you need to look at one thing. First of all, his career PPG, or his career stat for that stat. And second off, his... like how far up he is on the list of the top 100 in that stat. So you need to think about it. Like KD has whatever career points per game. Now you also need to look up how high he is on the scoring list. I would say that he is arguably, yes, one of the greatest, not the greatest though. It'd probably be between LeBron James and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. However, again, you look at points per game average through their career. So, if Kevin Durant has a shorter point or more points per game average than LeBron, then yeah, he's probably a better scorer than LeBron. Alright, however, he has less games to have shown that because LeBron's been playing since, what, 03, and Durant's been playing since, what, like 07? 09? Like, around that area. Like, you know. So, with that in account, you need to look at, like, once they fall off, once they both fall off, / once they retire, because, of course, there is the potential that one of them, rather it's specifically LeBron James, since right now he's the one who hasn't suffered a devastating 1-year injury. Let's say Kevin Durant falls off, and LeBron doesn't fall off because it doesn't get much injuries, like, maybe a sprained ankle, but no, like, bone breaks, like, no career season-ending injuries, like, just, like, some, like, couple games, maybe a couple, like, maybe a month, you know. But I think just to make it more fair, well, I mean, there was actually thinking about it. Kareem might have faced a couple of lockout seasons, but with the fact that LeBron, to break the scoring record, will now need to play potentially another year, it kind of sucks because, you know, he, I think, was planning on retiring. Archibald. Kenyan this billionaire, possibly. Oprah. Never mind, Kylie Jenner. Oh my god.
Let's make a small
Nothing.
burger.
Promo. Gaming.